Yo, what's going on, Kings fans? It's Tyler here from the Sacktown Breakdown, and today we are talking about the Sacramento Kings' horrendous, disgusting, terrible loss to the Detroit Pistons. I don't even know. 127 to 106 was the score. This game was garbage. I mean, all around the team sucked. I mean, at this point, I'm over the Kings. Now, but before we get into the review, though, I just want to say, if you're watching this on YouTube, head over to our Twitch, twitch.tv/the Sacktown Breakdown. We actually live stream most of our breakdowns that we do, me and Curtis. We live stream them, most of them, unless it's like one where we missed it and the game sucked anyways. Okay, we'll just record a quick 10-minute one and just throw it up on YouTube. But for the most part, we do live stream our breakdown. So if you want to be part of the chat here, like my boy Jeff is, make sure you go ahead and just follow our Twitch, twitch.tv/the Sacktown Breakdown. Link in the description, and you'll be able to, tune into our live breakdowns, and then they go up on YouTube later. And big shout out to our sponsors, Taboo Ohana Gaming Chairs and Computer Booter, computer repair shop. They got classic game consoles and stuff like that. Links to both of those in the description if you're in the market for a gaming chair. Taboo Ohana has great ones, so make sure you go ahead and look into that. But we're in the market for Kings W's, and we haven't gotten one in quite a while. It's pretty gross, and I guess we'll just go ahead and talk about it. So, first off, this King shirt is the best Kings things I got in a while. Got this for Christmas. A King Will Rise, my Black Panther Sacramento King shirt. This thing's a beast. I love this. You know what? This can be my in the thumbnail. I'm gonna make this in the thumbnail. Let's get rid of the overlay. I'll be able to make some sort of screenshot out of that. Okay, so anyways, let's continue. Sacramento Kings today, we lost to the Pistons 127 to 106. And actually, let's go over to the window capture real quick while I'm, talking about this. Let's head on over to Twitter. Let's go to the Detroit Pistons Twitter account. And let's actually take a look at who they had out today for this game. Just to give you guys an idea of the level of suckage that the Kings reached. Let's find it. Where is it at? Okay, so these are the players that the Detroit Pistons had out today. Blake Griffin out for the season with a knee surgery. Andre Drummond was out with a lip laceration. No Luke Kennard, no Bruce Brown, no Tim Frazier, and no Kyrie Thomas. That's 6 players the Pistons were missing. 2 of them are all-stars, I believe. Blake Griffin is all-star, obviously. And I don't know about Andre Drummond. I don't know if he's ever made an all-star team, but he's their best player. Other than Blake Griffin, who I'm not going to get into an argument of who's better between Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond. Point being is, their 2 most talented players were out today. They did have Derrick Rose, who's been balling this year. Don't get me wrong. But the Pistons were missing their talent. Bruce Brown's a decent 3-and-D guy. Kyrie Thomas is a talented young guy. Tim Frazier's talented. Luke Kennard's a shooter. They're missing a bunch of, but it don't matter. I mean, the Kings were missing Rashawn Holmes and Marvin Bagley. That's our excuse. That's why we suck, apparently. I don't know. For me, at this point, I'm going to get into the game in a minute. I have the notes. I took notes through 3 quarters. I stopped in the 4th. I didn't even care anymore. I just wanted to watch Zion play, which Zion's playing right now. I don't even care anymore about that either. I'm like, whatever. Because to me, I'm sick of the NBA. Here's the problem with the NBA. The 3-point shooting and the super team chasing has rendered the regular season useless. If you're not a Lakers fan, a Clippers fan, a Celtics fan, Sixers fan, Raptors kind of, they're in the mix obviously, Bucks, then the NBA is irrelevant to you. And it's like, I can't bring myself to get excited about the NBA right now. At one point, the 2012, 13, 14, those seasons where LeBron was on the Heat, and yeah, you knew he was probably going to play the Spurs in the finals, but it was entertaining. It was fun to watch. It was exciting for me. The basketball was still exciting. These days, basketball is just horrendous to watch. Like, watching a game, you can be up by like 30 points, and the other team can make a comeback because they can jack up threes. Now, does that mean like, okay, well, you have to, be more careful? Kind of. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I just don't really care for the product of the NBA, how it's gone in terms of the three-point shooting and the lack of physicality. I mean, and I'm not even saying anything for the Kings. Like today, Langston Galloway like dunked on someone, but he didn't really dunk on him. He just had somebody like behind him, trailing him, and he dunked. He turned around and flexed. Didn't even turn around. He didn't even look at the guy on the Kings that was defending him or trying to block him. He just flexed and like looked at the crowd, and they gave him a technical. Those are the things that make the NBA terrible to watch. The NFL got rid of taunting, and guess what? The NFL fans hated it, so they brought it back, and it's like amazing. Everybody loves watching end zone celebrations. The NBA needs to get rid of this cupcake mentality they have, whether it's the defense or the taunting, the flopping. It's disgusting. The NBA is just not in a good place right now. And you know how I know it's not in a good place right now? Get ready to have your mind blown. And as I'm looking for this right now, Jeff the Lefty says, as bad as the season is, I hope Vlade through trades makes us better, not worse. Time will tell. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. I mean, I don't know if there is that big trade out there that could actually help us. But, I mean, I do like the addition of Bazemore. I mean, when the team is playing terrible, what can you do? But still, I do like that addition. I'm trying to find the exact... Let me just go to... you know what? I think I retweeted it. Big shout out to my personal Twitter account. There it is. Here it is. Clay Travis. Ready for your mind to be blown. Now, I don't know if any of you guys watch wrestling. I stopped watching wrestling about 10 years ago. I watch maybe WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble every year. I don't even know any of the wrestlers that wrestle. I just enjoyed watching it from when I was a kid, so I tune in every now and then. But for the most part, wrestling is terrible. It's kind of followed the same path as the NBA. It's gotten soft. There's like not as much talent as there used to be, in my opinion. It's kind of turned into a cupcake league. Wrestling, as to me, it's just not what it used to be. Anyways, not to get on a big tangent about wrestling, but 500,000 more people watched Monday Night Raw on USA Network than watched the Lakers versus the Celtics on primetime TNT. WWE Monday Night Raw, who gets like 2 million viewers an episode now. They hardly even get viewership. Wrestling does not get the viewership it used to. Got more viewership than the Lakers versus the Celtics, the two premier teams in the league, primetime on Turner Network Television. I don't know if that's what that is. I think so. TNT, I think that's what it stands for, something like that. Point being is, I mean, the NBA is in a bad spot right now, and nobody can tell me anything, that will lead me to believe otherwise. LeBron doesn't drive the viewership. The NBA badly needs Zion to be a beast. LeBron, you would think the best player in the NBA or the most popular, LeBron for the Lakers, it's for sure going to bring in the viewership. Not really, because people don't care about the regular season. Like, we're over it. The games aren't entertaining. There's no physicality, no defense, chucking up threes. People don't care to watch it. James Harden, who's like your poster child for today's NBA, flopping, ref baiting. James Harden shot 1 of 17 from 3. That is bad basketball. People aren't going to tune in to watch bad basketball. If people wanted to watch bad basketball, we would all just watch like middle school basketball or like high school basketball, like bad teams. Or whatever, or just, I'll bring my video camera to the freaking local California Family Fitness and we can just watch those idiots play basketball, throw the basketball around. If we want to watch bad basketball, nobody wants to watch somebody shoot 1 of 17 from 3. The fact that, and to me this is bleeding over into the Kings, and this is what I'm going to talk about, is that the Kings have let this affect them. Now, how so? We're going to get into the Kings now. Well, the Kings are playing this keeping up. They have this keeping up with the Joneses mentality when they're playing. And this is what I see when I see them play. I see a team that should be driving to the basket. Drive and kick. Shoot threes in the corner. You got athletic guys. You got Fox is athletic. Bagley's athletic. Holmes is athletic. Obviously, Holmes and Bagley aren't playing right now. Bagley just got out tonight. Should be playing Friday. But Bagley should, to me, never touch the three-point line. To me, Bagley shouldn't touch the three-point line for at least 3-4 years, in my opinion. Me and Skip have argued about this. He'd probably disagree. Layups and mid-range is where he should live because he doesn't have a three-pointer. He just doesn't. It just doesn't exist right now. And to me, he should worry about even having a jump shot before he is worrying about shooting threes. Now, Fox, Buddy, Bogdan, those guys, we have no offense. Our offense is basically you got like Fox up top, Buddy on the wing, Bogdan on the other wing, maybe Harrison Barnes in the corner, and you'll have like Bielitsa in the other corner. You'll have somebody down low, whether it's Bielitsa or Holmes or Bagley, whatever. And they one pass to the other guy. So say I'm Fox, I'll pass to Buddy. He'll like dribble, try to do like a little step back maybe or something. He'll have no shot, and he'll pass it to Fox. And Fox maybe will try to shoot, pump fake when he gets it, dribble in, come back out, have no shot, pass back to Buddy maybe, or pass to Bogdan. And one of those guys will do the same thing. And they keep doing this thing where they pass back and forth on the perimeter and just look for a three-pointer just standing still. There's no ball movement. There's no penetration. They're so they want to shoot a three so bad. That's all they want to do. That's all they can think about is shooting threes. And it's just bad basketball when nobody wants to watch it. But they have this keeping up with the Joneses mentality where, everybody's shooting threes. We have to shoot threes. We have to check up threes because that's what everybody else is doing. And they play with no ball movement other than passing to each other on the perimeter. And there's no real vision to me. There's no vision. There's no vision for this team. How are they even supposed to be playing? I don't know. When Luke Walton first got here, he said they were going to run a lot and shoot threes. And then we started the first half of the season, or the first third of the season, playing like we're in a sludge, like we're in quicksand. And now all of a sudden, we're trying to run a little bit, and it's not really working out. I mean, we're still losing. We lost to the Pistons. The Pistons consisted of Derrick Rose, Reggie Jackson coming back. He hasn't played, I don't think, in a while, or maybe just a couple games. I don't even know. They just said it was his first game back in a while. And Markieff Morris. And a bunch of G Leaguers, basically. I mean, this Kings team, they suck. And I know for a fact, I was talking to a guy at work the other day, and he was trying to tell me, he was just saying the Kings are flat out bad. They're just terrible. The Kings are bad. And I said, on paper, not really. Fox is really good. Buddy's one of the best shooters. Bogdan's kind of he's all around in terms of playmaking, shooting. Bagley's athletic. Holmes is a beast. Barnes is like a Swiss Army knife. He can do a little bit of everything. On paper, this team isn't bad. But on the floor, they're terrible. So, to me, that's one of two things. Chemistry issues, or the coach doesn't have them doing what they should be doing. And the team seems, and this irritates me, you got Corey Joseph on the bench and Harry Giles, and they're all laughing and having a fun time. And to me, I don't know. When you're losing night to night, you're on a 6-game losing streak, and Corey Joseph's chuckling on the bench, does it bother me a little bit? Yeah, it does. It feels like they don't care. It feels like they're just cashing it in, or, mailing it in at this point. And maybe it's, they're losing so they can't have any fun. The Kings have to be miserable. Well, I mean, if I was losing, I would be miserable. I would. I'd hate it. Now, that doesn't mean go run to another team. It means figure it out. But it seems like they can't figure it out because they have no vision from the coach. That's what it feels like to me when I watch it. I don't know, because this team was really good. And one thing I will mention is I actually thought about this after doing my last breakdown. And then I saw somebody on Twitter mention it. The Kings did go 9 of 16 after the All-Star break last year. They did have a losing record after the All-Star break. Basically, after acquiring Harrison Barnes, we got worse. And And that was something I kind of thought about when the season started. Like, man, what if we're not good? What if the Harrison Barnes thing carries over to this season? And Harrison Barnes, admittedly, has been great this year. He's been one of the guys that keeps your head above water when we're sucking. So I don't think Harrison Barnes is the problem per se. But as soon as we traded for Harrison Barnes, it seems like things kind of went sour. But people just thought, kind of like maybe we overachieved the first half of last year. Then the second year we kind of, corrected our course. And we kind of lost some games. But overall, it was a very good season for us. So you look at the team this year, and they just suck. And, is this a continuation of last year's 9-16 after the All-Star break losing season, where it's like, teams have us figured out? Or have we reached a new level of suckage that wasn't possible? And by the way, I wish I would have mentioned this earlier, but I got a lot of views on that Bazemore trade video. I want to say it's probably close to 1,000 now, or at least 700, 800, 900. All the new viewers tuning in, thank you guys so much for watching us. I appreciate it. I did want to mention that. That last review I did of the, what was it? Whatever it was like 10 minutes or 8 minutes, and we lost and we sucked. That last review was not what we normally do, but that was just because we sucked and I didn't get to watch the game. So I was just like, scrolled through it and not scrolled through it, but I watched, the game and just did a quick review. But this is what our reviews are like most times. So anyways, thank you guys for all subscribing. Thank you for all the new subscribers. I appreciate it. Go follow our Twitch, twitch.tv/SacktownBreakdown. Jeff the Lefty says, I'm so sick of Corey Joseph standing behind the three-point line, being wide open all the time, and he can hardly make that shot. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, Buddy Hield, he constantly does this thing where he gets the ball, he'll dribble in, do a step back, and shoot it, and it's like, that's not your shot, that's not your game. Why are you playing like that? Why are you doing that? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. Buddy Hield does not get the ball in places where he can succeed. Corey Joseph is not on spots in the court where he's going to succeed. And to me, Bagley should never shoot a three, in my opinion. Bagley shouldn't be shooting threes. And I see Bagley shooting tons of threes that barely graze the rim. Dedmon sucks as a three-point shooter. He's still shooting threes. Is there no vision for how this team should be playing? To me, there's things that should be tightened up that doesn't get tightened up. And I don't know if that's the coaching, or do the teams, is Luke Walton such a player coach that the players don't really respect him and kind of feel like they can do what they want? Is Luke Walton trying to tell them what to do? Is this all part of Luke Walton's grand plan that we're going to suck this year and we're going to figure things out and learn how to play under his system? The next year we're going to be great. That's giving him way too much credit, I think. And I'm somebody that liked the Luke Walton hire, but I've soured on it at this point. To me, there's no other way to look at it. De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Marvin Bagley, just those four guys, Harrison Barnes, those five guys are far too talented to be losing like this. Not that we don't have a superstar. We don't have Luka, Anthony Davis, Giannis, but Kawhi Leonard. But we do have enough talent to be competitive each and every game. We have a guy for everything. Do we need an ISO bucket? Give the ball to Bogdan or Fox. Do we need a free throw? Give the ball to Harrison Barnes. Or, if De'Aaron Fox got a little more respect from the refs, give the ball to De'Aaron Fox for a free throw. For free throws. He doesn't make them half the time. Another thing that irritates me. But, De'Aaron Fox sure draws enough contact. The refs just don't respect him. Harrison Barnes gets us all our free throws. Oh, you need a rebound and some defense? Rashawn Holmes. You need somebody to catch a lob? Marvin Bagley or Rashawn Holmes. You need an elite three-point shooter? Buddy Hield. And when he's in his spot, catch and shoot. You have somebody for everything on this team. And now we got Kent Bazemore, 3-and-D guy. That's better than Ariza. He's more athletic, younger. Anthony Tolliver, great three-point shooter. Along with Bielitsa, who can also shoot the three. Commander Root, what's going on? How's it going? Bielitsa can shoot the three. Tolliver can shoot the three. You got your two stretch bigs. So our team isn't really missing anything. Like, even last year, we didn't have a legit small forward last year. We had skinny little built like a twig. Justin Jackson and Amon Shumpert were our two small forwards until we traded for Harrison Barnes. And they played better than this team this year that has, when we're healthy, which we haven't been healthy a lot, I know that. But when we're healthy, we have a player for every situation, yet we're losing. Whereas before, we didn't even have a small forward. Willie Cauley-Stein was hardly a center. And we could still win. We could still get the job done. This year, this time, we can't. This year, we suck. I don't know what it is. I have no clue. In the YouTube comments, guys, please comment down below and let me know, what the problem is in your opinion. If you come join the Twitch, you can air out your grievances live, like Jeff is here, Jeff the Lefty. But anyways, so and I know I probably should have been responding to more comments over the last couple of videos. I've just been busy. But I do know I've been getting lots of comments on the previous videos about the Kings, and I'm going to try to reply to all the ones in this video. So actually, now that I've ranted for 20 minutes, let's actually talk about the game. I got 3 quarters of notes, didn't take notes in the 4th quarter because the team sucks. But here we go. Kings versus Mavs, 1st quarter. Barnes scores in the post. First score of the game. Luka with a nice, hold up. Kings versus Mavs, what am I talking about? Kings versus Mavs, I don't know what. I literally said Kings versus Mavs out loud and didn't catch it. Kings versus Pistons, quarter 1. There we go. Honestly, I read Kings versus Mavs and I thought Luke Kennard didn't play today. Luka. I was like, oh, wrong team. Okay. Just put this down here for now. Kings versus Pistons. Here we go. So the game starts out. Fox shoots a 3 at the end of the first shot clock, almost a turnover because we couldn't figure out what to do. Already the offense was stagnant. First play of the game, but he makes it. The guy stealing a layup, but he breaks a step back 3. I abbreviated it to SB, and I was thinking, what does that mean? It's step back. I gotta remember that. Buddy breaks step back 3. Buddy does make a layup. Kings steal the ball again and do nothing with it. Fox misses 2 floaters. Buddy makes it 2. And I think the score was like 7-7 at this point, but it was a really kind of a bad start for us. Fox misses a 3rd floater. Markieff Morris hits a 3. Buddy hits a 3. Fox has a huge dunk on Christian Wood, it was pretty sick dunk. I was like, oh, I popped for it. Bazemore and Tolliver enter the game here. Tolliver breaks a 3. Bazemore with a layup from a backdoor cut. Harry Giles, which by the way, I should mention, this offense is so much better when Harry Giles is on the floor. Harry Giles plays that Chris Webber, Draymond Green type role, like ball handler, passing, pass to the cutters, like just that off that point forward type offense that Harry Giles brings. We actually play decent when he's on the floor, and then when he goes away, there's just nothing. Bogdan with back-to-back scores on layups. Sorry for the yawn. Score is 27-26. Into the first quarter, we were ahead by 1 point to a team that started Thon Maker. So Corey Joseph, Bogey, Bazemore, Tolliver, Giles was the lineup that was on the floor here in the second quarter, into the first quarter and the second quarter. And I'll tell you what, Corey Joseph, Bogey, Bazemore, Tolliver, Giles wasn't a bad lineup, to be honest. Like I said, they were moving around, passing the ball. It was decent. I was like, wow, this isn't bad. The ball movement was pretty good on a couple possessions. But this team was passing up layups for 3s that they were missing, which was annoying as hell. And the Kings fouled the Pistons in 5 fouls in 4 minutes. So basically 8 minutes, the whole, I think it was 7 minutes 59 seconds left in the second quarter, and Pistons were already in the penalty. So they were shooting free throws all game. Or it would be the Kings were in the penalty and the Pistons were shooting free throws all game. I don't know how that. What would that be? Which team's in the penalty? If the Pistons are shooting the free throws, that means the Kings are being penalized. The Kings are in the penalty, right? I don't know. Whatever. Fox makes the floater. Bielitsa and 1. Dedmon bricks a 3. And the score is 47-42 at this point. Reggie Jackson makes a 3. Kings turn the ball over. Moore shoots a 3. Scores 50-42. Fox drives. Buddy shoots a terrible, awful-looking 3. And to me, honestly, at this point, when Buddy shot this 3, that was just like, he did barely even move. He did like a little mini step back and just flung up a 3. It wasn't even close. I knew the Kings were going to lose at that point, and the score was only 50-42. Luke Walton benches Buddy for Bazemore on that play because that was such a terrible shot that he benched Buddy for the guy that just flew in like a day ago. Barnes hits a 3, Bogey hits a 3, and it's 57-50 going into halftime. And it wasn't a good third quarter. I mean, the third quarter was awful. So, third quarter, Kings give up back-to-back 3s for the start. But I have great news. Dwayne Dedmon hit a 3. Gotta give Dwayne Dedmon the slow clap on that. Bielitsa hits a 3. 63-55 is the score. We're getting destroyed though, or the destroyment is coming. I don't know if the destroyment is a word now. I don't know if it is, but I don't think it is, but it is now. Fox draws a foul finally, but Tony Snell hits a 3. D Rose with an and 1. 2 fouls were not called actually. That the Kings should have been fouled twice and they didn't call it. Just our guys just getting destroyed by the refs. That's another thing. You can take away Luke Walton, take away Buddy jacking up terrible shots. These refs do not give us foul calls. It is terrible. I mean, these refs don't even consider giving us a foul call. You can straight up go up to somebody, a King, and punch him in the face, and they won't give him a foul call. I mean, actually, Kobe Bryant did that, or Rick Fox did that to Doug Christie, or Kobe Bryant, or I don't remember, or no, Mike Bibby. Kobe Bryant, I think, elbowed Mike Bibby in one of those Western Conference Finals games. Game 6, no call. I mean, nothing new. 2020, 2002. All we're doing is moving the 2 into a different spot in the date, but it's the same result no matter what year it is. The Kings do not get love from the refs. DeMarcus Cousins, his headband would be like this every time he drive to the basket because he'd be getting hit in the head and they wouldn't call it. So what can you do at that point? The refs just, God, I got a beautiful head of hair. I mean, if we're talking about all-time great heads of hair, look no further than mine. That's just sickening. A head of hair should not look that great. But I digress. Let's continue the Kings breakdown. More like break brown, because this team played like poop today. God, I'm full of all kinds of insightful comments. Okay. Harrison Barnes misses an open layup. Bazemore makes a 3. Reggie Jackson makes a 3. 93-75 is the score, and I stopped taking notes at this point. I didn't take notes for any of the fourth quarter. I didn't care anymore. As far as I'm concerned, the fourth quarter, the clock counting down on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, every second that went by was just closer to watching Zion's debut. I didn't care anymore about this game. Not because I don't like the Kings. I love the Sacramento Kings. But this team's terrible. This team's awful. They suck. It's not getting better. It's only going to get worse. I don't think we're going to win any games, any important games in the near future. We're going to lose every single one of them. The games the last 2 years where we play the Lakers or we play a good team like the Clippers or man, I can't wait to play the Lakers. It seems like we've been playing the Lakers good lately, or when Bogdan hit that game winner on the Lakers, it's all for naught. I'm sorry to be depressing, but it is to me it is what it is. I've never been so depressed and disgusted by a Sacramento Kings season in my whole life. And I mean, that's saying something, because this team has been miserable to watch. Well, to me, the sad thing is the team actually hasn't been miserable to watch, even throughout the DeMarcus era. I loved it. I mean, but really though, look at this kid. How old was I? That might have been like 97. Or no, I was born in 97. So that might have been like 99, 2000-ish. That's how long I've been a Kings fan. And this is the most miserable time of my Kings career. My Kings fandom career is right now. That's like 20 years of miserableness. Other than, those like 4 years we were good in the early 2000s when I was a little kid. But, I mean, I was born in 97. The last time we made playoffs was 2006. You do the math on that. I was 9 since we made the playoffs, and this is the worst season I've witnessed. I'm 22 now. So, I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I mean, I'm sorry for being depressing. This is the worst King season by far ever. I used to love watching DeMarcus carry the team on his back, drop 40, drop 50. I love watching DeMarcus put up stats on a bad team. I don't care to watch anybody put up stats on a bad team this season. I don't want it. I just want wins. That's all I want. We could have our whole... How many active players does a roster have? 14, 15? You could have every active player score 1 point and us win 15-14, and I would be fine with that as long as we get the W. I don't care about stats. I don't care about numbers. I don't care about 3-point percentages. And if you look at the win shares and you look at the the win share of the true shooting percentage, and if you look at De'Aaron Fox has really been the most efficient player on the floor if you consider the percentage number and the calculus of the analytics of it. The Kings actually aren't that bad. I don't care. We suck. We lose. And I guess we can look at the box score if you guys just want to see it. I mean, Nemanja Bjelica 14 points, Harrison Barnes 8. I'm not even going to go on the other stats. I don't even care. Dedmon 13 points, De'Aaron Fox 22 points, 3 assists. I guess Dedmon had 10 rebounds. That's good because he's been not very good. So he had a decent game. 14 points for Buddy, 2 of 9 shooting, inefficient. De'Aaron Fox 8 of 7 shooting, inefficient. Dwayne Dedmon 6 of 13 shooting, inefficient. Harrison Barnes 3 of 9 shooting, inefficient. Bjelica 6 of 12 shooting. He actually shot 50%, so hey, not bad. Anthony Tolliver 0 of 2, couldn't make a shot. Harry Giles 1 of 2. Yogi Ferrell 1 of 3. Corey Joseph 1 of 1. Bogdan Bogdanovic 8 of 17, inefficient, 3 of 8 from 3. And you got Bazemore was all right for his debut. I mean, I'm not going to hold anything against Tolliver and Bazemore, trust me. It's not their fault we suck. But let's actually get into the Pistons box score. This is where it gets embarrassing. Derrick Rose, 22 points, 11 assists, 6 rebounds. Derrick Rose was doing Derrick Rose things on us. My bad, had to yawn again. Thon Maker, 8 of 11 from the free throw line. Markieff Morris, 13 points. But here's what really gets gross. Christian Wood, 23 points, 7 of 7 shooting, 9 of 11 from the free throw line. We got beat by Christian Wood. Christian Wood. Reggie Jackson, 8 of 14, 22 points. Langston Galloway, 14 points. We couldn't... we suck. I mean, that's just... It is what it is. So, anyways... Let me end the review, the recap, by just saying this. "100% Jeff. Richaun Holmes is the heart of this team. I mean, we have games where we play like crap where Richaun Holmes is playing. But Richaun Holmes is the only positive on the floor at those games. And now that he's not here, there's nothing. I don't know what's up with De'Aaron Fox. Is he he seems feisty, but at the same time, his play isn't feisty like Holmes is. Like Holmes' play is. Like Holmes' play is. So it's not as like rah, like, oh, we got to get behind this guy. Like Fox, it's like, he's a beast, obviously. But like when Holmes, I feel like people want to take a bullet for Holmes. He's just like, everybody loves him and he's just like a beast. And, he's an animal and he gets people hyped up. Nobody else on the floor does that. Although Fox is amazing, and when Fox has a huge dunk like today, yeah, actually the team did get hyped. But like Holmes is just the heart of the team. You said it the best. So I'm gonna end the recap by saying this, and thank you Jeff for tuning in. Thank you Commander Root for tuning in live. Our coach is Luke Walton. What are those initials? LW. The Kings are going to be taking L's for a long time before we take any W's. That is not a coincidence. That is all. Thank you guys so much. I will talk to you in the next review. Jeff the Lefty, Commander Root. Thank you guys so much for chatting or just hanging out, watching me live. We're taking L's before we're taking W's.